World Trigger, everybody. This was World Trigger, chapter 259, the away mission test, phase 2, part 2. We open up with a sick 2-page color spread of all the A rank captains. Let's go. Let's get into it. Hell yeah. The chapter starts with, where we left off. Everybody has been transported to the battle map, and the battle phase of the exams have begun. Codera, they talked over some battle plans. There's going to be a rendezvous between certain members, certain teams going to the front lines to protect the closest terminals to the A rank squads. And we're cutting back to that as everybody's getting ready for battle. Codera asks everybody to send him a compiled list of the Tryon soldiers that they have. Codera actually is just like, hey, for everybody who has A rank experience, I can't be positive, but is this our map? And it turns out that they are currently on the map that is used for the A rank wars.
Yeah, all right. I can't help myself, but like I could have swore we was all having a conversation, and one of us was like, "Oh, there's probably no rank wars for the A rank." Like
we did talk about this. I think
we did.
Somebody said that. Who said that?
That's not what I said.
I think it was. All right, I feel like you would say that, but go ahead.
I feel like this is being.
Do you remember what it was?
Did not say.
No. I'm giving you the opportunity to.
I said that there will probably be no A rank wars between the Maycast and now. Not that there are no A rank wars at all, but narratively, we probably won't see.
We're probably not going to see that.
We're probably not going to get A rank war.
Yeah, this is probably going to be our consolation for that. Yeah. Is playing on the A rank map.
That's fair. I can agree also that narratively it would be redundant to have A rank wars, although
it would be sick.
Complaining.
It would be sick, so sick.
Yeah. So anyway, my bad.
Anyway, yeah, but they're on the A rank war map. Not just the A rank war map. They have the entirety of the A rank war map. Usually, it seems to be split up, kind of similarly to, I guess, the B rank wars, where they don't get the whole town for A rank wars. But now it's all combined on this map. So Codera asked everybody with A rank agents to help out and use their knowledge, share their knowledge with people who have never been on this map before, on their own teams. While Codera is going to keep the teams that don't have any A rank agents at all informed himself. That's pretty cool. We get Squad 1 rendezvousing with Squad 2. Squad 9 reaches up with T5, which is Terminal 5. And, things are moving over. Everybody's meeting up. We see that Suwa's squad has finally met up with Squad 3. Oki decides to go up. All right, this is Oki. Am I bugging? Yeah,
Oki is this grasshopper sniper.
Right. Oki goes up to scope out the area, and everybody's stalking out the river, but Kakizaki and Fujimaru, who is the operator for his squad, is there. The operator for Suwa's squad has been timing their run over to the terminal, and she mentions that it took them like a little over 2 minutes to get there. So, they're basically measuring how long it would take to just like jet over to a terminal whenever there's trouble.
To peel?
Yeah, to peel. And, they're trying to figure out, I was like, I guess it would take 3 minutes, but that's just like one person, It would take a while if it was just all of us. We see Betsuyaku here. He jumps down from a building, and he explains that he created a bunch of Hound Tryon soldiers specifically for mobility. And I'm truncating that just because, I don't want to like go page by page because this is a longer chapter.
Yeah.
But basically, he made these hounds so that people can go from terminal to terminal quickly, or even for operators to escape on them. being as that they're probably not very fast. And he made enough for everybody, it seems, which is nice. You go through the not everybody literally, but every squad. It seems every squad gets one. Um, and it seems that we lay out the rules for how these Tryon soldiers kind of work. Um, you can communicate with them with your thoughts if you're touching them, or you can use like that internal channel that they have to communicate with them. And really, the operator the operator of the team that summons it is in charge, or whoever's currently touching it can be the one in charge of the Tryon soldier. So yeah, hell yeah. Osamu was like, whoa, what a cool strategy. I'm impressed. And Osamu talks about Osamu talks about how he felt bad that he doesn't have anything to give in return. And the operator's like, well, let's just get Suwa caught up to speed. And Ikoma pops up out of nowhere and is like, sounds like a solid plan. And they're like, wait, why are you here? He's like, I'm here for food handouts. He has both his hands out like this. So he's just there for food. So yeah, they explain it to Suwa. And at that point, Arifune pings everybody and tells everybody that, hey, I've got movement from the A rankers. It looks like it's possibly Tachikawa squad, which is bad news, no bueno. We see that they look back at the radar, and it looks like most of the A rankers have not moved from the terminals yet, until just suddenly one starts moving very quickly from one terminal to the next. And they're like, holy shit, what is this? Is that
oh my God.
Is this Fuyushima's warping? And it's like, no, it wouldn't make sense for that distance. It's too far, I suppose. Tamakoma also zooms past into another terminal, and they're like, what the fuck is going on here? How are they doing that? And we cut to exactly how they're doing that. Apparently, there's a Tryon soldier that is just yeeting them across like entire towns, which is very funny. We see that in Kako squad, where a few of them just get chucked over. And yeah, they're basically, that's how they're getting around, it seems. They're like, whoa, we could make Kako is like, wow, we could make money out of this. It's like, this way would kill us if we weren't in Tryon bodies right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is the operator for the Kako squad, and she's like, I'll make my way to your position without leaving the ground. So yeah. So everybody on the B rank squad team is like freaking out because they're like, how are they fucking moving? They're all grouping together at blinding speeds. And it seems that the squads from A8 and A5 are the only ones that are not planning to storm the side of the river. So Caldera makes a change in plans. He says the squads 1 and 2 are to proceed as planned, but everybody else drop everything and rendezvous at squad 5's position. Squad 5 and 9 keep an eye out on the enemy, and once our opponents cross the bridge, abandon terminal 5 and fucking prioritize grouping up with everybody. So yeah, Cordera's like, damn, I don't know how they're moving so fast, but given how soon we all reach the front of the line, we're not lagging behind too much. Did they observe our movement and decide on a rapid, concentrated attack? I have to wonder who's taking command on the other side. And it turns out the commander for the A rank squad in general is Arashiyama from squad 5, A rank number 5.
All-rounder.
The all-rounder, the PR,
jack of all trades.
Captain PR. I love him. So yeah, the A rank squads have managed to cross the bridge. Arashiyama gives the order to Tachikawa to get the party started. So, that's pretty cruel, sicking your strongest guy on them immediately. But yeah, everybody's like, holy shit, it's time to abandon T5 and group up, like Caldera said. So they're planning on meeting up with squads 4, 5, 8, 9, and 3 and 7. And Ikoma's like squad 6 and 10 could also join up if they give up on T4, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, true. Wait, Ikoma, what are you doing here? And Katori is also there, by the way. And yeah, Ikoma again is just like food handouts, please. And Kodera seems to be there just genuinely to help, I guess. But that is actually where the chapter ends. Hoo-wee, Josh. What did you think about World Trigger chapter 259?
Yeah, I've been trying to like, I don't know why, but I was trying to like temper my expectations because we've been waiting so long for like a fighting arc that I'm like, I don't want to put all of this heavy, like, yeah, it's definitely gonna be this, and that. But bro, there's a reason we love World Trigger, and even from just this starting chapter, my mind was going so many different places. Like, first of all, clearly this is a diversion, you know.
Mm.
Like they're putting pressure on Tamakoma. I mean, on the, let's just say the agents, you know,
The B rank team, quote unquote.
Yeah, the testees. Yeah.
Yes.
They're putting mad pressure on them to see how they're gonna react. Like they're gonna be getting, like, they're gonna get played like a fiddle, basically, is what I think, until they start
unless
to grab back momentum.
Unless Osamu's like, we're getting played.
Yeah, Osamu's gonna be like, wait, why would they do this?
I definitely think that they're gonna, like, you know, lose something first. I do think the testies are gonna lose something first. I don't think that's like a hot take or anything, but and then we're gonna see how they respond. But I gotta say this, man. Now that I've played a hero shooter for so long, World Trigger absolutely can be a hero shooter style game. And if they ever created something like that, we have to be on that. Like, Chris, no bullshit.
I would,
you know
go
what
on.
I mean? Like,
unless I have to buy a PS5 for it, because then I'd be out of luck a little bit.
well, we'd figure that shit out, bro. We would figure that shit out.
I was starting a GoFundMe. Help this poor boy get a PlayStation 5.
Oh my god, this would be so fire. And I guess this kind of leads me into the question I mostly had for, like, Brian. I know you probably have your thoughts for this chapter, but I want to know, do you, as you was rereading or even like beginning to, you know, like going through World Trigger on the first read, I know you had played Overwatch you played like hero shooters for years now. Like Overwatch came out what, like 2016, 2018, something like that?
It's probably earlier.
Right. Well, but you've been playing hero shooters for well over 5 years, right? I mean, you're a true veteran.
Yeah.
When it comes to the genre. So, like,
2016.
Does your brain ever,
It came out in 2016.
Wow. So, like, yeah, like, do you ever imagine these fights in like hero shooter scenarios or that type of terminology? Like, do you find yourself doing that? Like, noticing like, oh, like this guy's in this role, or this guy's doing this specific tactic, this guy's flanking. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever like interpret the series that way? And which ways do you?
It's definitely esports coded, that's for sure. But I don't know if I would say it's a hero shooter, because I feel like with hero shooters, it feels like you know, there's just always some shit going on at all times. You know what I mean? Like, there's, in World Trigger, there's like paces, like there's little things that are breaking out throughout the map, and very rarely are there like all out fucking slugfests like there are in hero shooters. So I'd say there are some
fights
elements
do devolve into that.
Sometimes, but in hero shooters,
I would argue
that's all the time.
I would argue every single rank war has a handful of those moments. Both,
not all of them,
micro and macro.
Like, but my point is that, like,
all right, go ahead. I was gonna ask Chris something, but go ahead.
I was gonna say, like,
I was gonna
my
see,
point.
Like, what he thought.
my point is that there's like with hero shooters, it's always like a kind of like a go situation. There's not a lot of lulls like for moments like that, you know what I mean? But in World Trigger, there are a lot of lulls. There is a lot of like, chaos at times, but mostly everything is pretty well thought of. In hero shooters, it's too chaotic at all times. You know what I mean? It's just to leave room for strategy like the way they do in World Trigger.
So so what I'm thinking about, the game that's coming to my mind now, or like the style, is maybe like pub shooters, like a Fortnite, where there is a lot of action and then there's a lot of non-action, like in between, when you're looking for people or like trying to like get materials or whatever and stuff. I just like, what style of game do you think would fit World Trigger the best if they was to make it? You think a hero shooter would not be the right way, even if they try to make it like with more stealth elements or whatever?
And this might be a hot take, but I feel like this series would be really good for like a top-down strategy kind of game, kind of like XCOM.
Almost like they was playing during the test.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of similar to the test. Like you get action points and then you position your agents throughout the field and do stuff like that. Because I personally, XCOM 2 is my favorite game of all time. I love XCOM 2. And whenever I play XCOM, I'm like, damn, World Trigger would be so fucking fire with this shit. Or like a real-time strategy game, like World Trigger game 2. I think that would be great. But the thing about World Trigger is that it could fit so many molds. Like I could see it being a hero shooter. I could see it being like a strategy, like a, what's it called? What's the word? Like Counter-Strike or Valorant or Rainbow Six. I could see it being like that too. It can fit so many molds. You know what I mean? It's like very conducive, but it has to be like a strategy or a competitive game. Honestly, it has to be. I would hate it if it was like Naruto Storm kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I wouldn't love it to be like an arena fighter, like one-on-one.
That would be the worst outcome for me.
Yeah. That's why I thought hero shoot was like one of the first things that came to my mind, because you have to select characters and then work together one way or another. But all right, yeah, that was cool. I was wondering what you thought about that. I don't know if I really have any. I mean, there's a lot I guess I could say about the chapter in general, but I really am curious on your thoughts, and I'll probably bounce off of that. So, Brian, what were your thoughts on the chapter?
RGC.
Oh, that's surprising.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
Already, this chapter has paid off for all of the homework chapters that existed before it. Just, man, it just feels like this chapter is the ultimate payoff to all of the buildup that we have had for all, like, the entirety of this series, with all the characters, this extremely large and vast cast of characters. We're finally able to reap the full benefits of this, because there's so many of them that are involved in this battle. You know what I mean? Like seeing characters like Betsuyaku pull up and you'll be like, oh yeah, that guy. And for them to like evolve and show different sides of themselves that not even just we have seen, but characters have seen. Like characters themselves are like, oh wow, I didn't know you were like that. I didn't know you had this kind of quality in you. Like it's so expertly done. Everybody is subject to growth in such unique ways. Like you don't even see it coming. You know what I mean? Like the growth that some characters get. So this chapter just puts it all on full blast. One thing that I would like to talk about is Arashiyama being picked for the Squad A commander. And were any of you surprised by this?
Um, you know what's funny? I don't know if I was surprised. It's cool to see. I didn't expect it, but the reason I think they mentioned early on, and Brian, you read it more recently, so you could probably like correct me on this, but I think like they mentioned that the only reason like Arashiyama squad is like stuck on A5, but only because
They
they fill like a purpose outside of their combat. They're like the PR squad for
Yeah, that's true.
border.
They did
They're
say
like
that.
but which implies that if they weren't like that, if they didn't have that kind of arrangement, they'd probably be higher. And I feel like Arashiyama is low key like he's probably like a really
Oh, you think
sleeper.
they'd be higher?
Yeah. I think
Oh,
like
I always assumed that they were propped up more than they probably should have been because of the PR.
no, they're propped up. They're there at A5 because that's their kind of like I guess they have another function. But I don't know how high they'd go, but I feel like I remember them being a big deal when like Jin was in trouble and they're the ones who showed up and they did their
Mm.
thing and they fought against like higher A rank squads than them. So like, you know, I think there's like a secret that like they're kind of like sleeper, like dark horse fighters.
Well, I'm here to tell you they are not actually,
Okay, never mind.
because when I was rereading World Trigger
All right, never mind.
during the invasions, there was always a team that was present and always had a leadership role in like the defending forces, and it
Mm.
was always Arashiyama.
Mm.
Arashiyama was always a leading figure in the invasion stuff. Like he was always out there commanding people where to go, how things are gonna like be kind of allocated and stuff. So when I saw him here, I was like, oh shit. So he really is that guy. Because like he was always kind of present, but you didn't know to what capacity how good he was. But this kind of like sealed the deal. Like Arashiyama is actually probably the future mind of this of border. You know what I mean? Like the future, like he would be like where Shinoda is right now, in my opinion.
Mm. We'll have to see.
There's a reason why they put him in charge, and this guy, he just, and it's so nice because it comes full circle. The last test that Tamakoma need to get through to go to the away mission is the first squad that they met in the first place. So it's just, man, it just ties everything together so perfectly. It's gonna be so poetic to see, like, I don't know, Osamu do something to win the thing, and then Arashiyama's like, good job, kid, or something, like pass the torch for him to go on.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
But one more thing before I finish my thoughts.
Mhm.
I literally could not contain my smile when I saw how the A rank agents were fucking like using the Tryon soldiers. I was like, damn, that's so sick.
Right.
But that's it. Those are my thoughts.
Yo, I love this chapter too. I don't know, man. This is tough. This was a tough week for me in terms of RGC. I feel like we say that a lot, but the chapters have been knocking it out of the park lately. And I guess that's just us being like hyper positive. But I really do love like the stuff we're reading these days. And World Trigger, there's just like a warmth to it. I feel like we have such a history with this series. It's technically like besides One Piece, it's probably like the oldest series that we've been covering. And it's the longest one we've been around. So it's getting to see all these characters in action, in actual like action again, is just like there's a weird level of nostalgia to it. I thought, yeah, like Brian said, the way they're getting around is so cool, and it really highlights how like creative and diverse in thought like all of these characters are. The way they just like kind of think outside of the box is very fun to read, because you think like of course they're A rank agents, they just kind of like figure out a cool like smart way to just move around, but it's literally they have a yeet soldier that just like throws them around. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. I can't wait to see what the A rank strategy is. Because now they have just the B rank agents on the back foot, and there's no slouches on that team either. So, you know, I'm excited to see it. Plus, Ikoma making an appearance in the chapter is always a plus for me. I hope he gets to do a cool thing. He does like the whirlwind in exchange for food. But yeah, I don't really have much thoughts. I just thought this was like so fun. I love reading World Trigger so much. I can't wait to do a reread myself. You know, it's about that time. It's going to be that time.
I think that's next.
Yeah.
I watched
About-
the anime,
Mhm.
and I just feel like that's not enough. I got to reread it again.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough. But that's it for
Kendrick?
me. Yeah. That's it for me. Any other thoughts? Oh, Josh. Oh, yeah. Do we have any thoughts before we move on? Sorry.
Yeah, who's gonna have the highest body count?
Kuga.
What if Tachikawa just gets Kuga first?
I think Kako is gonna have the highest body count. I think she's gonna start wilding the fuck out on him.
Yeah.
She doesn't care.
Yeah.
Tachikawa might get carried away in the fun and like get caught slipping, you know, but she's probably gonna just blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Her and
Her
Ninomiya gotta
bullets-
like face off.
Her bullets, I'm like, what are those? What's so special about her cool fucking circle bullets?
Yeah, it's some scary stuff. Not something I would want to have to fight against. Them A rank, their fellow A rank squad mates, they better put them all in the game and let them know. Is Katora in the
Kitora is an A rank.
Uh,
She's on the B rank squad. On the B rank
yeah,
side.
she's a tester, right? I mean, she's a testee, right?
Yeah, she's one of the examinees, yes.
She better tell him everything. She has to fucking be.
Well, there's a couple of A rank agents on the other side too. You know, Kodera is there. Azuma.
Yeah,
is
that's what I
technically-
was saying. They need to tell him everything.
Kuchihara's there.
She has
Yo,
these
two-
bullets.
I just realized that two of the third rank. His name's Soya, right? Soya Squad. Am I bugging?
I don't know, bro.
Brian?
Soya Squad?
The third rank, the A rank number 3 team.
Isn't A rank number 3?
Yeah, Soya, right?
I'm looking into this.
Yeah, it is Soya. Kazama. Soya is his first name.
Oh, I was confused. I was like, that's got to be Kazama, right? But
Yeah, Kazama. Two of his squad mates are on the B rank squad.
yeah, and Arashiyama doesn't have Kitora.
Yeah. So that's fun.